Webheads, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. I'm Mike Spider Slayer, celebrating my 10 years on YouTube. Now, a little while ago, I did a 10-year anniversary video. I'll leave a card up here, and I'll leave it at the end of the video where I celebrated my 10 years, and if you put a hashtag 10, it automatically got you entered into a contest, and what you had to do was ask a question. Now, this is going to be a series of videos because there was quite a few questions that were asked. As of right now, it's over 100. So you still have time to go back to that video and enter yourself in the contest. Here we go, guys. I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to go in the order that's shown on my screen. Remember, if I don't get to you, I will get to you in future videos. Every question will be answered or at least read. So here we go. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. This one comes from Spider-Man 2099. He says, Mike, loved your 10-year video. I've been watching you for 2 years now. Always appreciate your comic book covers, videos, comics coming out for next week, comic book hauls, your adventures to different comic shops and MegaCon. I haven't been to a con since 2003, which was SteelCon. What is your most expensive book slabbed? Hashtag 10, of course. Have an awesome Easter with your family. So again, from Spider-Man 2099, great question. I don't have too many real expensive slabs. I'm not a huge slab collector. I buy one here or there, but my most recent one that I picked up that's probably the most expensive is my Spider-Man or Amazing Spider-Man issue 299, which is that first full appearance of Venom. So, and it's signed by Todd McFarlane, and it's not that crazy much money. I think it's worth like maybe $400 or $500. So yeah, but cool comic to have. Thank you for asking. The next one is from Winsmer. He says, congratulations, man. Love your content and look forward to it weekly. And he just put hashtag 10. Didn't actually ask a question. You have to ask a question to be answered to be entered in the contest. And remember, I will announce the contest when the series is over. This one comes from Comic Books Galore, great channel. Says, Mike, you have great content. Here we go. We have Debuzo701 says, congrats, Mike. Only been following you for 2 years and loving the channel. I got 2 questions for you. Okay. Number 1, who is your favorite comic friendship? And 2, what got little Mikey Slayer so excited to see in his local comic shop growing up that continues to excite you to this day? Best of luck for the next hashtag 10 years. Best comic friendship, man, that's kind of on the spot. Like I said, I didn't read these things. I think one of the best friendships in comics, honestly, and I'm not a huge fan, is Superman and Jimmy Olsen. I think they're awesome together. And most recently in a Superman issue, we get to see how great of a detective, like, actually Jimmy Olsen is and how close those two actually are. I think that's an awesome relationship. Another friendship, I guess you can say that's a relationship, would be like Peter and Black Cat. Like, I love them as a couple. I might be in the minority there, but I think overall their friendship is pretty cool. And then you can go to, like, you know, the Batman and Robins, even though like they're more of a father figure to him. So I would say probably the Felicia and Spider-Man and Superman and Jimmy Olsen. So that was that one. And then what was the other thing that was said? So this goes back to Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. I saw that thing on the wall for the first time. Spider-Man 299. I saw those comic books and I was like, man, I gotta have those comics. And those books back then were like $15, $20. And, you know, as a 14 or 13-year-old at the time, that was a lot of money. So I couldn't afford those. And those books still get me excited today, even though now I have them both. All right, so thank you for those questions. Then we have Lynn Alley Bree. I don't know if I say these names right, so I'm sorry about that. Mike, congrats on 10 years. I really enjoy the videos you create and your genuine passion for the hobby. I also enjoy your battles with your battles with your nemesis, the glamorous garbage man, and the loud landscaper man. I love to hear your thoughts on where you think the comic industry will be in another 10 years. So if you guys are not familiar, I do my filming in the garage, and I'm constantly in fights with the landscapers and the garbage men. Every Monday, Tuesday, or Friday, it's always chaos out there. But when it comes to the comic industry in 10 years, it's tough. I think we're going to make a more heavy push on digital. However, if digital needs to succeed, I think it needs to be cheaper, or we need to have a Netflix subscription when it comes to comics. Like, every comic needs to be in one place, and it needs to be an affordable monthly membership for everyone that can actually afford it. When you have Marvel Unlimited and you have DC's and you have like all these other companies, it just doesn't work. It's too much money for people to afford, especially when you can't get the content right away. So I think we are going to make that strong digital push, but I still see comics being around from now. I do feel that Marvel and DC do need to change the way they do their business a little bit to be more successful. I think DC needs to focus on more of their characters and less Batman, and I feel like Marvel needs to shrink down the line and keep it at a price where it's affordable and make more quality comic books, like prestige comics or better card stock and whatnot, especially if you're going to be charging $5 for book. I'd rather have a better quality comic than more pages in a comic, because a lot of those more pages are just throwaway stories. So thank you for the questions. All right, next we have Ben NG. Congrats, Mike. What does it take to be a professional tennis instructor? Seems like a pretty cool job. So for you guys that don't know, my real job is a tennis instructor. I've played tennis since I was 11. I'm 48 now. I don't really play anymore, but I do instruct. And in order to be an instructor, you have to be certified through a place called the United States Pro Tennis Association. You have to go through some training, some tests. You have to do playing tests. You have to do written tests, and you constantly have to take courses and earn credits. It's like you're in college, and it's pretty intensive stuff. And but it's a lot of fun. It's very rewarding. I give back to my community. It's something that I have always wanted to do since I was a little kid. I said that I'm going to own my own tennis facility and teach kids tennis for a living. I came close. I don't own my own facility. However, I am a head pro at the facility I teach at, and I do teach lots of kids, but I teach from ages all the way from 3 to 83. I mean, I teach everybody, and I could not trade that job in for the world. That's why it gives me the flexibility also to do this YouTube stuff. So it's a great, great job. All right. Moving forward here, we got Alberto Cardenas. He says, what's the most valuable comic you got? Hashtag 10. I don't know, man. I would have to say, if I get it graded, it would have to be Amazing Spider-Man issue 300. I don't have really a lot of huge expensive keys. Again, I've always collected for reading, and so when comics are worth money, that's just a bonus for me. And I like to collect old comic books because they're just badass, and books that I couldn't read when I was a kid, and now I just read the new ones because I love reading them. But I would say Amazing Spider-Man 300 is probably the most expensive one I own. If I have it graded, it will probably be worth obviously more. And then Ultimate Fallout's another book that's probably really good. Something is Killing the Children, which reached like $1,000. I think now it's dropped. But yeah, those are some of the books. I can't say offhand, but I got a lot of comics, man. All right, thank you for the question, Alberto. Next, I have Kevin here, who says, always look forward to your videos. You do a great job showcasing the weekly covers and the upcoming comics for the week. Definitely worth my time to enjoy content you provide. Here's to another 10 years. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your comment there. That really means a lot. Our next comment goes to Tough Medicine, who says, you've been very generous with your time creating entertaining videos for us. They are a big reason why I started collecting comics again just over a year ago. Congratulations on 10 years. Tough Medicine recently won a contest, so yeah, great contributor to the channel when it comes to the comments. Thank you so much. JW Storytelling says, congrats on the 10 years. Mike, what's your favorite comic story of all time? That is tough, dude. Oh my gosh. There's gotta be a few of them. I mean, one that's most memorable, that's always stuck on my head, was Kraven's Last Hunt. I really enjoyed that. Blackest Night, that was really what got me into DC Comics. I mean, that is a phenomenal series. God, there's so many. I enjoyed the most recent Secret Wars also. I thought it was different. Infinity Gauntlet sticks out, like just there's so much, man. But Kraven's Last Hunt is a story that really sticks with me ever since I was a little kid reading comics. That's the story that kind of started me following Spider-Man comics, and it was so dark for a Spider-Man comic book. So thank you. Economics and Comics, that's pretty cool, man. He says, congratulations, 10 years. What an accomplishment. Guys, check out his channel if you haven't seen it. Sebastian Stark, who has been a huge supporter of this channel a long time, commenting on every single video, says, congratulations on 10 years, brother. Been a pleasure to take this journey with you. Been a ton of fun. Look forward to the next 10. My question is, to you, what are your favorite moments of the past 10? Oh man, I tell you, there's a lot of ups and downs when it comes to doing a YouTube channel. It's not an easy thing, right? The ups, I can say, is the community. That is the biggest thing. Not only have I met so many people online that I would never have thought I would when I started this journey 10 years ago, but I have made so many friendships on top of it. Like, if you look up my friends from the weekly show I do, Comic Book Weekly, I've met those guys when I first started doing YouTube. Brant and Kat, Comic Uno, and then the others that were on the show in the past. Those friendships I can't replace. It's just the community is so loving and so caring. Like, people that take the time to watch my videos and to comment on them and send me stuff in the mail. Like, you don't have to do any of that stuff. It just blows my mind. I think that is just my favorite moment. And one of the other favorite moments is when you start YouTube, it's so exciting and it's just like, whoa. And then like you get someone that watches your video. Like, I remember when I did Walking Dead videos, and those videos did the best in the beginning. They got like 26 views and the other ones got like 2. I'm like, dude, I got 26 views. And then like my videos would get over 100 and I'm like, man, I got 100 views. So exciting, you know, and those are just the funnest moments of all when you're first starting YouTube. And now it's just like, don't get me wrong, it's still fun to see like those view counts and the people responding, but number one thing, it's the community. That's what brings me up every day when I do YouTube, because without you guys, I don't have a channel. So that's the best stuff, man. Love it. All right, then we got Collecting with Dirts, another great community member just starting his YouTube channel, so I would suggest you guys check him out. So he says, wanted to start off by saying thank you for just being you, man. Subscriber count doesn't always mean great content or meaningful videos, which he's correct. That's the beauty of this platform, is someone can find something for everyone. You have truly been there for me in some of my darkest times a few years ago and helped me through without even knowing it. I love the raw take on your setup, as it always gives an inside look at how we each try to do this best we can with what we have. LOL. I'll forever be grateful for your channel and inspiring my love and passion for comics. That is great. I mean, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I helped Dirts with just dark times. And for me, to get you guys out of that dark place, it's moving. It's just amazing, okay? His question says, if comics did not exist and you still made YouTube content, what would it be and what would your weekly schedule of uploads look like? Keep on rocking it. This is a tough one, but I would say I would be one of two channels. I would be a Miami Dolphins channel or an NFL channel, because my passion besides comics and tennis is football. I'm a huge Miami Dolphins fan. And I didn't even think of doing a channel with the team back then. You know, it wasn't even a thought. And you got some good ones out there right now that I follow, and they do such a good job. Dudley Durong is my favorite. The guy's down to earth. You know, he doesn't try to be anything that he's not. He tells you like it is, right? And then it would be a video game channel. Because I was a huge gamer before I got back into comics in 2008, huge gamer. And I never would think that you could make a YouTube channel with like video games, because I was technology stupid, like, you know, capture cards and all that crap like that, you know. But yeah, that's what I would do. So that's good stuff. All right, I'm gonna answer one more question, then I gotta go and get Chipotle. I gotta go get some lunch. But we will be doing a part 2 probably next week, okay? And like I said, at the end of the series, I will announce the winner. And if you haven't watched yet or answered or asked a question, you can go back to that original video. So Scotty says, wow, how awesome for you. 10 years. Congrats, Mike. I personally find your channel to being the most real content out there. Your enthusiasm for comics sometimes drives me to keep going when I get literally little weary in collecting. I can understand that. I have put in a few years myself. Anyway, just saying thank you. Question and answer. Can you list your top 5 artists through the years? Also top 5 worst? Just curious. We all have our faves and not so faves. J. Scott Campbell got me into that beautiful artwork. Todd McFarlane, Eric Larson, Jim Lee. What's another one I can't think of off of the top of my head. That's 4. I'll give you one artist right now that I'm totally disliking, John Romita Jr.'s artwork. That's just off of the top of my head. I'm not a huge fan of Botchalo's artwork. It's a hit or miss for me. It works in certain elements, right? I'm trying to think of anybody else at the top of my head that does not work. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. I would have had to think about that one for a little while. Oh, Scott Snyder. No, Greg Capullo is another top 5 artist for me. Great artwork there. Thank you, Scotty, so much. And thank you for all who are putting down these questions and celebrating my 10 years on YouTube. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to leave you the video right here to check out where you can still ask questions and continue this Q&A series going. And eventually we'll get to that contest winner. So guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, but most importantly, always read your comics. Have a wonderful weekend.